What's up, YouTube? Kinger here. We're back on Bob. I need to finalize everything. There's just some small details left. I got some wiring to clean up. If you remember last year, I had an exhaust cocked, and it was basically blowing exhaust all in through behind my gas tank and stuff. And I had taken off the old check valve from the impulse tank, just swapped it over, didn't really check it, and turns out it only lets air in, not lets exhaust vapor out. So had I not done that, I might have had another fire last year because this thing was getting hot. So in a weird way, that little screw up, which allowed the tank to just kind of expand like a balloon, I thought I ruined it. It only allowed me to travel 7 miles before I realized what was going on, got back to the truck and was able to correct, let it cool down, and I popped the gas cap and the video of it was hissing, last year. So I got that, I think, saved me and Bob again. So everything happens for a reason, right? So today we're back on. I got that fixed. That won't blow up anymore. Now we're going to go through. I got the exhaust extended down into the tunnel last time. And today I want to get the wiring fixed, the heat shield on, the sled and the gas tank back on. I want to get it running. And then I want to check some temperatures and see if we think we still have radiant heat issues this year or not. Let's go. It's end of the week after Christmas. So Happy New Year coming up to everybody. Hopefully I get this video up before then. Just wanted to go over a quick thing. I have got the turbo finally buttoned up. So some of you might have remembered, this is a comp Air 1.0 or 2.0 turbo. So there's no coolant, no grease, or no oil, and it uses this grease zerk fitting. And part of the problem is, you can see where it is at, is they say to give that a couple pumps after every ride. So I've created this extension tube to come out here. And then I'm just gonna kind of mount this right here, and this will hide underneath my gas tank cover. So I'll be able to just give a couple squirts in the morning and call it a day. Got an air filter this year, which is really cool. I had to remove the turbo to get that on, so that's not coming off. Hopefully it's not a big restriction. Gonna replace this vacuum line. I was waiting for some vacuum line coming. That's in now. Also got all of my exhaust hooked back up, and remember, we put extensions down in the tunnel about 1 inch. So I should now have a sealed up tunnel that doesn't blow heat around. That's where all this melted, crispy stuff came from. So speaking of that, I am gonna try to button this up again. All right, let's see if we can get some of this. Man, this is bad. Let me just get some of this insulation off. There's a protective sheath over the actual wire, and as we found out with these wires, they actually melted together. So these are still the factory wires, never been touched, never been modified. You can see there's actually a little burn hole right there. I'm try to just kind of get these peeled back. There should be 3, I believe. All right, well, I had to take my gloves off, stop being a little baby, protecting my man hands. And I was able to get this off. My gosh, was that some crusty, musty, dusty plastic, tape, everything else. So this is the 3 wires. It's a good thing I did this. There is about 4 spots where there is bare wires exposed. So I'll just get these all taped up. I'm gonna check continuity here quick. All right, one thing I like to do in testing electrical components is I like to hook an outside power source, just so I know that they work and that they're isolated. So if a sled starts and doesn't work, I know I got a problem somewhere else on the sled. So I'm just gonna test my tail light. Perfect. And then let's test my brake light. Perfect. Well, we know the wires are good. I know I can repair the harness and wrap this one up. Then that burnt up line is now replaced with a good silicone line. So I think I am done, and I'll just fix that wiring, and then this is ready to have the tank put back on, and then we'll start it up again, make sure everything's good. We're running, boys and girls. She's alive. She's alive. I gotta prime my meth pump. Good RPM. Knock, I got that working this year. That's not actual knock, so I'll calibrate that. Fuel pressure looks good. Coolant's warming up. Running. Sweet. to validate my heat shielding is working. I put my hand down here, and this is definitely the hottest part behind the heat shield. It's like 80 degrees. And then if I get underneath here, I don't know if you can see that, 240. So 237 versus 80 on the backside, sitting in a shop idling. So I think we're gonna call that a win.